everyone, it's Hunter and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, it is so nice to meet you. In today's video, I'm doing a bit of a book haul. If you can't tell, I am currently in my new office. I have my beautiful bookshelf back here. I'm just super obsessed with this setup. I still have yet to put anything on the wall because we just haven't gone that far yet, but I'm planning on putting a map on the wall as well as this little shelf. I'm gonna have some plants, maybe some pictures on it. But overall, I'm super excited to be in this office. If you guys don't know, I was on a book buying ban in July. So I told myself I could not purchase a single book, not one. However, I did receive 3 in the mail from the publisher. So I have included these in the stack. So some of these are brand new, but most of them are thrifted. Every single book that I paid for was $1 except for 2 of them. So I spent maybe $30 on all of these books, and the cover price of one of them is like $28. So I think I did a pretty good job there. But before we get started, I would love it if you guys would subscribe to my channel down below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like book videos. And let's just go ahead and grab a stack of books. Okay, so this is the stack of stuff that I purchased at Goodwill with my mom and stuff that the publisher sent me, as well as stuff I got at Target. The first book is actually one I had never heard of, but it is Old Country by Matt Query and Harrison Query, and it says your first home can be a nightmare. I'm guessing this is like a horror thriller. I have only read one other horror thriller before and I actually really enjoyed it. I just don't expect myself to enjoy stuff like this, but I guess because I'm making the scenes up in my head as I go along rather than watching it, if that makes sense, it's less terrifying to me. So this looks super interesting. Cover price is $28. This was sent to me by Grand Central Publishing through the Hatchet Book Group, so I'm super thankful to them for sending me this. Let me get the ones they sent me out of the way and then I'll come back to the others. The next book they sent me is Always Be My Duchess by Amelie Howard, and this one is literally so cute. I'm so excited to read it. This literally, it just looks so cute. It's like a romance, obviously, because whatever, but it's also Regency era, and it says that it's good for fans of Bridgerton. I think this is enemies versus lovers, fake fiance type thing, so super excited to read this. It sounds like a really good read. And the last book they sent me in June was in July, was All the Lonely People by Mike Gale. This is a new cover. The paperback came out on August 2nd. It had been previously published in the hardback, but they gave me like a little piece of paper to let me know about the new one, but this looks really cute. The cover, first of all, is just beautiful, and it's about I think a Jamaican immigrant. Yes, he is a Jamaican immigrant living in London, and he is gonna kind of get to know all of his neighbors. So I'm really excited to read this. I'm really into these kinds of books, and like I said, the cover is beautiful. So that is the last one that they sent me. And then let me show you the 2 new books I got from Target. They had a thing where if you spent $20 on books, you got $5 off. So I got 2 because that's how many I needed to get the $20. So I paid $21 for both books. There is The Setup by Lizzie Dent. I had never heard of this one before until I saw it at Target, but it has a blurb from Emily Henry and Sophie Cousins, and I love both of them. One Summer, 2 Men, One Date with Destiny. So that sounds really cute. The cover really caught my eye. And next, I'm trying to complete my Colleen Hoover collection. I saw this there. I realized this is like 80 pages long, 83 pages long. It completes and wraps up and kind of connects the Hopeless series and Finding Perfect. So I was excited to pick this up, Finding Perfect. I love this new cover. I'm really excited that the covers are being redone and they're being traditionally published, so they're more likely to be found in stores. So super excited about this. I've already read it, but just adding it to my Coho collection. And then I got 5 books from Goodwill with my mom the other day. So first I picked up a copy of 1,000 Splendid Suns. This is my favorite book of all time. I read it for the first time when I was going into my senior year of high school, and so I read this for the first time when I was 16 years old because I turned 17 right after school started. So I read this for the first time at 16. I will be 26 next week. So the fact that I found a book that I love so dearly, even 10 years later, and I've read numerous books since then, this is still one of my favorite books to date. So I decided to grab this copy they had at the thrift store so that I can loan this copy out to people. I do have a brand new unmarked, I haven't even read that copy book, but I absolutely just had to have this copy, so grabbed that. Next is another book I've already read. It's The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth. I really, really love her books. They are like domestic thrillers. This one is about someone, it says everyone in this family is hiding something. I really, really, really enjoyed this book, and I really love the other books I've read by Sally Hepworth, so I had to grab this because, like I said, I love this book and I wanted to have my own copy of it. Next is another one that I already have read and I already actually own as well. This is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. This is one of my favorite book series. Seriously, I think it is my favorite book series. I just think it is so, so, so funny. Kevin Kwan is hilarious. One of my faves, definitely in my top 10 of all time. I just think it's so funny and the whole series is just fantastic. So I have 2 copies of this one now, and then I have the second book, and now I just need the third book. But I decided to get this one because one, it has the number on it and the other one does not. So that way I can have 1, 2, 3 with a number on it for the order of the series. But also just in case people want to borrow it, I have 2 copies. The next one is In a Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. I've heard so many good things about this book, so I wanted to give it a try. I've read The Woman in Cabin 10 by her and I really loved it, and there's some other ones I've read by her. Hold on, let me see if she's got like lists of books in here. What are her other books? What else did you write? Whatever. I just really love the books that I've read by her, and I'm excited to read this one. So super pumped to have picked that up. The last one I got on that trip was Lady in the Lake by Laura Lippman, and I'd seen this one on Reese's Book Club. It even has, is this the Reese's Book Club? I feel like this is a Reese's Book Club. Where did I see that? Am I losing my mind? This one was Reese's Book Club Hunter. I feel like I'd seen this one on some sort of book club somewhere. I'm not sure, but Lady in the Lake by Laura Lippman, it looked really good, so I decided to pick it up. I've never read anything by this author before, but the cover was enough to get me to buy it, so. It was also only $1. The total for that shopping trip, well, my mom bought stuff too. I did not buy a hardcover. I bought all softcover books and she charged me for a hardcover. How freaking rude. I just noticed that. She charged me for a hardcover book. Whatever, it's fine. It was $1.39, so it's not like it was that much. And then I just went to Goodwill today, so I thought I'd show you what I grabbed today. First is The One and Only by Emily Giffin. I have other books by her that I actually haven't read. Well, one other that I have read by her, so I decided to grab this one as well, The One and Only. So I'm excited to check this out. Next is a nonfiction. I feel like this is just a classic. It's Anne Frank, Diary of a Young Girl. I feel like I tried to read this when I was younger, but I just couldn't get into it, but maybe it's because it is nonfiction. It's about a girl who's hiding in the Holocaust, but now that I am almost 26 years old, I feel like I will be able to understand it a little bit better, because I think I tried to read it in high school and books that were like classics kind of went over my head at the time, but give me 10 years and I probably will understand it better now. So I wanted to grab that. Next, I grabbed The Devil Wears Prada. I have never seen this movie before, but it's by Lauren Weisberger, and I have read another book by her before called Where the Grass is Green and the Girls Are Pretty, and I thought that was really good. So I decided to pick this up because, you know, everybody raves about this book. Apparently it's iconic. The movie is iconic, so I gotta read it. Oh, wrong stack. Next, we love a Leanne Moriarty moment. This is Truly Madly Guilty. I have only read 2 of her books, but she has a couple of them. This is a mass market paperback, and I love mass market paperbacks, to be honest. She wrote Big Little Lies, The Husband's Secret, What Alice Forgot, The Last Anniversary, The Hypnotist's Love Story. I have read What Alice Forgot and 9 Perfect Strangers, and I have a copy of, which shelf is it on? Big Little Lies on my thriller shelf, so I'm super pumped to read this. Next is one I have never heard of, and I've never heard of this author before either, but it is In Polite Company by Gervais Haggerty. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it takes place in Charleston, which is in South Carolina, and I live in South Carolina, so I thought it'd be cool to read this. It says, this terrific debut lifts the veil on the charming old city of Charleston. And it has a blurb by Lauren Weisberger, which literally was just there. So I'm excited to give this a go. It says, the southern charm, cobbled streets, and pedigreed society of Charleston are served up on a silver platter in this stunning debut. That made me super excited to read it, so. Next is one that I have seen in a couple of places and people have told me that they think I will like this one. I can't remember what I talked about, what I raved about that I said I loved, that someone recommended this to me, but someone did recommend after watching a video of me talking about a book I love. So it is A Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman, and I honestly have no idea what it's about. I have not even read the description on the back at all. I know literally nothing about this book, but somebody recommended it to me and it was at the thrift store for $1, so I figured I might as well try it. And the last book I got is a book by Jodi Picoult. I have several Jodi Picoult books that I have yet to read. I have not read any of her books. I have 3 on my shelf right now, so I'll just add this to the shelf. It is Keeping Faith. Again, have not read any of her books, but I am looking forward to reading them, so I'm gonna add these all to my book inventory now because I have yet to do that. But I am so excited about all of these books that I grabbed. Like I said, the thrift books were all 99 cents, $1, except for the one hardback they charged me for, even though I buy a hardback, but whatever, that's beside the point. It must have had the wrong color sticker on it, because that must have been why they charged it that way. But anyway, that is all I have for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you guys have read any of these books and have strong opinions on it, let me know so that I am prepared for how good or bad the book is gonna be. But yeah, with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!